Yup. That means you don't have to see me. Huh? This is my favorite cousin. Yeah. He didn't open the window. Yeah, you really try to turn it. That's it. Kaden, everything Kaden. They said, "Go, you might have to see me." Dad,
Huh?
it's one more season for it.
Who? Bro?
The little cheese.
Where?
It's really nothing.
Uh-uh.
The cheese that we and then Kaden, coffee, they're bad too, man.
Come
This
on.
is a little bit bad.
Come on, that ain't bad.
Look, they have one in the big like the glass.
For real?
Yes, I told you this, bro. Told you that was me and my favorite coffee. But my mom getting up at 2 o'clock.
We'll see about that.
So she actually told me. And then she that I'm gonna FaceTime you on my top of 36 Carson and Kaden. That's the main Carson and Kaden. Those are my favorite cousins, Dad. I think you saw them before. You went to my neighbor's house before?
You know how to video in that house.
When?
No, you know how to video.
When you saw them in the broken glass. You been there in the broken glass.
I didn't see that.
You've been there in the you saw Carson and Kaden before?
Huh?
You saw Carson and Kaden before, the little twins?
Uh-uh.
Them twins, and you can't say anything you doing.
What you doing?
They be saying, Carson, Kaden, but all of you.
For real?
These women trying to fight each other.
They bad.
Plus, this a little bit, because most of them went to, like, we went to that baby shower, but Carson, I think that was Kaden, that was actually Carson, and him, that's what he did.
What is it?
Because the boy was screaming it, right?
Yeah.
Then he got soft spin. You know that, right?
What it?
And that's another.
Your mom don't tell me anything?
Anyone else in trouble? See? Oh. Oh. That like, real, like, Austin, them trees, them is a little bit bad, like this bad.
Yeah, a little bit bad.
Like this bad. Man, this broke my money. Gas. Oh my gosh, that was bad. Like, they used to put some baby shower with us. You can't even see them.
Nah, I think I made that decision.
What you mean?
But you
Welcome everyone to the home of the War Chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators' offense is on the field for the first time today. The Sunshine State is so rich in talent. The players have known each other in many cases for a long time, and that brings the intensity to a fever pitch.
And they do not like each other, Reese. 3 of the 4 years that I was a part of this rivalry game, there were bench-clearing brawls in the middle of the field before opening kickoff. This game just feels different.
He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off the RPO, complete. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Offense gets set for second down. Going to the running game. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Trying to find his man on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
And historically, this game really has meant a lot. You go back to the 90s, this was basically a de facto national championship game before the championship game. Remember, they played twice back in 1996, the year Danny Werfel won the Heisman Trophy. So this game always means a lot.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they got him for the sack.
Not a ton of play calls for 3rd in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to get this quarterback a chance.
And the Gators send out the punt unit. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will get the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but the sweet bullet catch is plenty to give them a first down. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and it's just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success in the...
Oh, picked off. Bringing it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Florida! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
That makes the score Florida 7, Florida State.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Fair catch called for and made. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Looking deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the gun, the ground game. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Got it! And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he puts through the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Bringing it back. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Strong run on a pickup of 5 out to the 15.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Throws for the tight end. Picked off.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. Nice move to pick up yardage. There was never a doubt about going for it there. If you don't go for it, you send the message to your team you don't believe in.
I mean, that close, literally you're talking about falling forward. I can't fall forward and get inches. Man, I'm taking my chances with that.
Trying to get to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Buys a little time. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smart.
He finds his man. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback reading coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. From the gun. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, no. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they take over with great starting field position, move it 36 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're lining up to boot it away. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. They make the stop, and that'll bring the 1st quarter to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Feeling some heat. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that's...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Wood or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Renegade was feeling his oats the last time these two got together as Florida State blew out the Gators.
And with that win, it just carried so much momentum throughout the rest of the season for the Seminoles and in the offseason as well. This is one of those games, if you win like that, you make a statement, not just in the state of Florida, but all across the country. Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hacks close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Gets it out quickly. Touchdown Seminoles! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
Not a lot of good plays for 3rd in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
And the Gators will line up to punt it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Using his legs, it's King. And the Seminoles get it past the sticks.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They'll line up for a second down play. Fast motion from the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to pass on second down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's open on the right. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Going up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. Shakes off the tackler. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Powers forward. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Give to the running back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, gentlemen. Seldom do the rational turn irrational the way they do when these 2 teams and fan bases get together in the Sunshine Showdown. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown.
The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Got it behind the line. It's Murray. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
On the play.
They decide to trot out the kicker. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard.
Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown. They forced their opponent to kick a field goal. Nice job.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Quarterback will audible. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Gets it out fast. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He wants to throw here on second down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Third down for the offense after recovering their own fumble. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Noles are on the move. They'll throw it on first down. He breaks the tackle. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
dialing up a second down pass play. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't gonna happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
And the missed connection on third down. And the Seminoles want to move quickly. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. He'll just keep slinging it. Getting some heat. Going to try to get it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He's got it on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Looking to throw on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, no! And the stomping has commenced. That Seminole war chant is getting louder as Florida State has built a big lead.
The Seminoles have been able to seize the momentum here in the second half, and they are now running away with this thing. Big plays all over the field have the Noles now looking good.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone, it's Browning. And the returner is brought down, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding. Receiving team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Finds the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Back to pass, it's Fernandez. A little screen to the running back. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Everybody wants chunk plays, and you need them, but this has been the epitome of efficiency.
No doubt. Take what the defense gives you. Sometimes it's okay to be patient. Sometimes it's okay not to push the ball down the field. The defense is giving the underneath stuff. The offense is taking it and moving the ball down the field really nicely.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off play action on first down. Got his man downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between them.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The sure hands, it's Pugh. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
It's complete. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10.
Easy. Here we go, set.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. And it's another 1st and 10 play. They'll give it to the back. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the running back. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Fernandez. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
Well, just a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. That's a good run to give them some breathing room. Pick up a 3 out to the 5.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. They'll try to power their way ahead. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time, the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
And this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They're going to run it to the right. The Seminoles get enough for the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the big yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. The give from the gun. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Right back to the well. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Coming after him. And the ball is picked off. Ripping through the defense. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David. He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Trying to surge it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Offense getting set for 1st down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
3:25.
Handoff to the single back. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Win, 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 win. It seems the only obstacle in their path could be getting bored or not paying close enough attention as they continue their run toward perfection.
And everything's just lined up beautifully for this team this year. We knew coming into the season they had guys that could go out and make plays and win games. We knew all about the coaching staff, but they've been able to avoid the injuries. The schedule has been difficult at times, but they've been able to overcome those challenges. This team, right now, it's like the unstoppable force, David. Everything that gets put in their way, they're just knocking down.
Just mowing them down, shutting them down, doing everything they need to. And you know what's great about this time of year as a player? Award season. The banquets are around the corner, the Heisman Trophy awards, all those, the top defensive player awards in the country. Those are all coming their way with what they're building right now.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.